Welcome friends. We have been looking at how learning happens right at the formative stage of the child. Someone asked me a very interesting question, which is the most important language one should learn in life? And I think that was not a warranted question, because I don't think there is any language better than the mother tongue, because it comes from the mother. Mother's tongue is the most important and most useful and most emotional component in the growth profile of the learner. In Sanskrit, we have a very interesting statement: Janani Janma Bhumischa Swargadapi Gariyasi. Mother and motherland are holier than heaven. And I would like to add, along with the mother and the motherland, mother tongue is also holier than the heaven. And therefore, there should be no debate that which should be the first language for the child to learn. I think universally it has got to be the first language, and any other language is not the mother tongue. It has to be only a second or a third language, and the prime importance has to be given to study of the mother tongue right at the formative stage. So when a child is born, when the mother and the father interact with the child, the use of mother tongue is very, very important, because that creates a kind of an emotional bonding between the mother and the child, rather the parents and the child. But the question basically is, how do we communicate with the child? There is a very interesting field of study today, what we call NLP, the Neuro-Linguistic Programming. What it means: neuro means the brain, linguistic means the language, programming means how do we use the language to program in such a way that it causes effective learning. A lot of research has gone into that. To me, what appears to be important is that the parents should understand the impact of the language on the brain profile of the child. The parents have to be appealing, comfortable, convincing, full of love, and should not use taunting words, negative words, or words which could create stress in the minds of the child. Because at the formative stage, use of negative, stressful words create a sense of fear in the minds of the children. As a matter of fact, developmental psychologists will tell you that the human beings are generally born out of fear, because fear is a fundamental emotion that impacts the brain. Therefore, nothing should happen either at the house or at the school at the formative level to create fear, and especially through the language, because the use of language at home has an impact on the thought profile of the child, the communication profile of the child, and the creative profile of the child. So when stressful words which could impact fear are transacted, that creates a inhibition in the mind of the child towards growth, and I think will be doing a negative impact on the child. And therefore, my only request is that talk to your child in a very lovable manner, in a pleasant manner, non-stressed manner, and create an environment in which the communication between the child and the parent becomes an enjoyable occasion.